Hey, what's up everybody? This is Keegan here and welcome back to the channel. And how are you guys all doing today? I'm back with another video for you guys. And today's video, I'm bringing you guys the newest addition to my questions and answers series. This is going to be number 30 and it's July 2022. So I got quite a bit of questions this time around. I got about 36 questions. So I'm not going to take up too much time, but as always, if you have any questions you'd like me to answer in the next video, feel free to leave them in the comments below and I will gladly answer them. And I will answer each question in alphabetical order by username. So yeah, let's not waste any more time and let's take a look at the questions you guys have for me. So let's do this. So these first 5 questions all come from Alan Parker, and his 5 questions are: 1. What's your opinion on Ghostbusters 1 and 2? 2. What's your opinion on Everybody Loves Raymond? 3. What's your opinion on Pulp Fiction? 4. What is your favorite actors? And 5. What is your favorite actresses? Number 1, Ghostbusters 1 and 2 are both great movies. They're just timeless classics from the 80s. They're better than the 2016 film. I haven't seen Ghostbusters Afterlife yet, but I might check it out eventually. Well, we'll see. Number 2, I have never seen a single episode of Everybody Loves Raymond, but I've heard of the show, but never seen a single episode of it. Number 3, Pulp Fiction is a timeless classic. It's probably Tarantino's best movie, and it is one of my favorite movies. For numbers 4 and 5, I don't know what's my favorite actor or actresses, but I do like a lot of different actors and actresses. I do like Samuel L. Jackson. Who else do I like? I don't know. There's just a lot of actors and actresses that I like, but none that I can name right now that I can think of on the top of my head. And those are the questions from Alan Parker. Now let's move on to some more questions I'm going to answer. So these next 5 questions all come from andykishore, and they are all into separate comments. So the first one from andykishore is: are you aware that the Aqua Teen Hunger Force Complete Series DVD release date got delayed to September 20th, 2022? It was originally scheduled for July 2022. No, I didn't know that. The next one is: are you aware that on July 14th, 2022, the trailer for the new Beavis and Butthead season was uploaded? Apparently the new season is planned to be released in August 2022, or next month. No, I didn't know they were making a new season of Beavis and Butthead. The last time they made a new season of Beavis and Butthead, from what I know, was back in 2011, I believe. Anywho, the next one is: do you notice some people cover their mouths when burping sometimes? Say what you will about people these days, being too rude, too young, too forgetful, or too dumb to say excuse me after burp, but some people learn to have a habit of covering their mouths when they burp and are yawning. Yeah, I noticed that. It's called good manners. I can't stand people who don't have good manners. Like, have some manners, damn it. That's all I gotta say. The next one from andykishore is: are you aware that the Angry Video Game Nerd recently uploaded an episode reviewing the Wii and a game for it called Per Pals? Yep, the Wii from 2006 is officially old enough to now be heavily featured in a Nerd episode. I've heard of that episode, but I just haven't gotten around to watching it yet. It's not the only Wii game he reviewed. I know in one of his Christmas special reviews, he briefly reviewed Far Cry Vengeance on the Wii, and I believe that was 2009. I can't remember, but I know he did a brief review of a Wii game before. And the last question from andykishore is: are you aware that on June 29th, 2022, R. Kelly, currently age 55, was sentenced to 30 years in prison? Yes, I've heard. He should have got 40 years because in the States, human trafficking penalties are usually up to 40 years in prison. I don't know why 30 years, but close enough. At least that's scumbags behind bars. And those are all the questions from Andy Kishore. Thanks for the questions, Andy Kishore. Now we're going to move on to some other questions I'm going to have to answer, so let's move on. The next two questions come from ChillRobG, and they're both in one comment. And this one actually comes from my review of Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me that I uploaded last weekend. And anyways, the two questions are, one, do you think David Lynch will make another movie? I think I heard a rumor that he might be directing another movie right now in secret. Number two, have you seen the movie called The Straight Story? Number one, there was a rumor a little while ago that was spreading saying that apparently David Lynch was coming out with a new movie, but it later turned out that rumor was false, and David Lynch confirmed it in one of his videos on his YouTube channel. Do I think he's making a new movie? I don't know. Maybe he is making it in secret, but who knows? It's probably just rumors. But I know he confirmed that rumor was false a while ago. And question two is, have I've seen The Straight Story? No, I have not, but I heard great things about it. I know it's considered the only family-friendly movie that David Lynch directed. For, well, I guess you could say it's a family-friendly movie since it was distributed by Disney in the States. But once again, I haven't seen it, but I do plan on checking it out someday. And those are all the questions from ChillRobG. Thanks for the questions. Now I'm going to move on to some other questions I'm going to answer. The next question comes from Chase Shepard, and his question is, what are your thoughts on the show House? I've heard of House, but I've never seen it, but I hear it's pretty good. I might check it out someday. I don't know. It's a long show. It has a lot of episodes, and there's 8 seasons, but I'll probably check it out someday. It seems like an interesting show. And thanks for the question, Chase Shepard. And we're going to move on to some 4 questions that come in one comment, and these all come from Ervin's Movie Corner. Now, before I read out the questions, I'm just going to say that one of these questions I already answered in the last questions and answers video I did last month, so I'm going to skip one of those questions. Anyways, the first one is, what's your opinion on Do the Right Thing with director Spike Lee? Number 2 is, what's your opinion on American Beauty? Number 3, which is the question we're going to skip because I already answered it in the last video, in the last Q&A video, is, what's your opinion on Boogie Nights with director Paul Thomas Anderson? And number 4, what's your opinion on Moonrise Kingdom with director Wes Anderson? Number 1, Do the Right Thing is a really great movie. It's definitely one of Spike Lee's best movies, and I think it's considered his most well-known movie next to Black Klansman, his more, well, wouldn't say more recent, well, one of his last more recent movies, I guess you could say. But Do the Right Thing is a great movie. American Beauty, great movie too, despite Kevin Spacey. Well, this was before 2017 when all the allegations came up against him and a lot of that shit. It's really not looking good for him now because he's been charged with a lot of those allegations in the UK. And he recently dropped out of a movie he was going to star in too. Bastard. But American Beauty is a great movie. Number 3 I already answered in the last video. If you've seen it, you know the answer. And number 4, Moonrise Kingdom, just a really, really great Wes Anderson movie. Definitely one of my favorites from Wes Anderson. I definitely will do a review of it someday, but for sure I will definitely do a review of that movie someday. But Moonrise Kingdom is a really, really great movie. And those are the questions from Ervin's Movie Corner. And thanks for the questions, Ervin's Movie Corner. Now let's move on to some other questions I'm going to answer. Alright, so these next 8 questions all come from Fabian Jurek. I hope I pronounced that right. And all 8 of these questions all come in one comment. And these questions are, number 1, have you seen DreamWorks Puss in Boots? Number 2, have you seen Les Miserables? I think that's how you pronounce it. have you seen Django Unchained? Number 4, have you seen Dead Man Down with Colin Farrell and Noomi Rapace? Number 5, have you seen Hummingbird, aka Redemption, with Jason Statham? Number 6, have you seen Percy Jackson's Sea of Monsters? Number 7, have you seen Gravity? And number 8, have you seen any of the Hunger Games movies? Number 1, I've seen bits and pieces of Puss in Boots. I remember that one being pretty good. A pretty decent spin-off to Shrek. Number 2, I have not seen Les Miserables. And I'm not really a big fan of musicals either. I know I've said this in some of my other videos, but I don't know if I'll watch Les Miserables or not, but maybe. I'm not really into musicals though. If you've seen some of my other videos, some of you probably know that I'm not really a fan of musicals that much. Number 3, I have seen Django Unchained 3 times. It's an awesome movie. It's definitely one of Tarantino's best movies. It's my second favorite Tarantino movie next to Pulp Fiction. It's just an awesome movie and a very well made and well acted film. Number 4, I have not seen Dead Man Down. Or I don't think I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Number 5, I've never heard of Hummingbird or Redemption, whatever you want to call it. But it may sound familiar, but I don't know. I've never seen that movie either. Number 6, no, I've not seen Percy Jackson, either the first one or the second movie. Although I did try getting into the books when I was in the 7th grade, but I don't know. I couldn't get into those books either. So I have not seen any of the movies. I just was not a fan of the books. Number 7, I've not seen Gravity, but I've always wanted to see it. I do like the director, Alfonso Cuarón, or however you pronounce his name. The guy that directed You to Mama Tambien, Roma, and all those other movies. And number 8, I've seen all the Hunger Games movies, and I own them all on DVD. Catching Fire is the best one out of the 4 movies. And I'd say probably the first one's the second best, and Mockingjay Part 1 is the third best, and Mockingjay Part 2 is well, I'm sure you get the point. And I lied. There's actually more questions from Fabian Jurek, except it's on a separate comment. And they are 9 through 13, which those next questions are: have you seen Las Vegas with Robert De Niro? Have you seen 300 Rise of an Empire? Number 11, have you seen Need for Speed with Aaron Paul? Number 12, have you seen Into the Storm? And number 13, have you seen Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day? Number 9, no, I have not seen Las Vegas. Number 10, I have not seen 300 Rise of an Empire, but I have seen the first 300 movie, and I own it on a digibook on Blu-ray. Haven't seen Need for Speed either, and also never seen Into the Storm. I have seen Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day in theaters back in 2014, and I remember that movie not being very good, from what I remember. And those are the questions from Fabian Jurek, however you say your name. I think I might have said that wrong, but thanks for the questions. Now let's move on. Alright guys, so we only got 6 questions left, and then we'll be done this video. And these all come from ThatMovieNerd44. However, all the questions are in separate comments. So let's take a look at the last 6 questions from ThatMovieNerd44, and then let's finish this video. So the first one from ThatMovieNerd44 is: did you know that James Caan passed away this July 5th at the age of 82? He starred in movies such as The Godfather, Thief, Misery, Bottle Rocket, Dogville, and Elf. Yeah, I've heard he passed away. I think everybody's heard that he's passed away. But he was a really good actor. It is a shame he passed away. He was really good in The Godfather. He was Sonny in that movie. And he was great in Misery, too. But rest in peace, James Caan. The next one from ThatMovieNerd44 is: what's the rarest VHS tape that you own in your collection? I'm not sure, but I think I'd say maybe possibly White Noise is probably the rarest one that I own, but I'm not sure. Maybe it is. The next one is, have you heard of the Tom Cruise film The Firm? Heard of it, but I've never seen it. I think that movie is based on a John Grisham novel, I believe. I could be wrong though, but I've never seen it. The next one is, what do you think of Jason Statham? Jason Statham, he's a good actor in action movies. I don't really watch action movies much. I don't know, I'm just not too big into action movies that much, but they can be entertaining to watch. And some of the ones that I've seen with Jason Statham are pretty good, like The Expendables and so on. The next one is, what do you think of Val Kilmer? I think Val Kilmer is a good actor. He was in Top Gun, True Romance, and so on. I was actually surprised he made a brief comeback in Top Gun Maverick, even though he wasn't in the movie for too long. It was his sort of coming out of retirement from acting, even though he lost his voice a long time ago from cancer. Well, throat cancer to be exact. I'm surprised he was in that movie too. I saw Top Gun last month and did a review of it with my review of the first Top Gun movie if you want to check it out. And the last one from ThatMovieNerd44, and also the last one for this review, for this Q&A video, is, have you seen the Christopher Reeves Superman movies? I've seen the first two Superman movies. I think he was only in those ones. I'm just gonna look it up right now. I think he was only in the first two from the 70s and 80s. Hold on. Oh no, I was wrong. He was in all four of the Superman movies from the 70s and 80s. I've only seen the first one and the second one. I thought they were both pretty good. I've never seen 3 and 4, but I know 4 is considered the worst one. But yeah, I've seen the first two Christopher Reeve Superman movies. And yeah, so those are all the questions from ThatMovieNerd44, and those are all the questions for this video. And special thanks to everybody for leaving their questions in the comments. And like I said at the beginning of this video, if you have any questions you'd like me to answer in the next Q&A video, please don't be shy. Feel free to leave them in the comments below and I will gladly answer them. But anyways, that wraps up another edition of Questions and Answers. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment below, and subscribe for more videos like this. And feel free to follow me on my Instagram and Letterboxd. The links are in the description down below. And once again, thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everyone, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.